What's nice is that DJI does actually sell the upper frame as well as the lower frame with the ducks on their website. So if you do break any of that, you can just go to DJI and order a brand new one. I'll even throw a link down in the description for another website that I found that will actually sell you parts that DJI won't sell, like this top cover here for the GPS module. One crash that I was in, there was uneven ground and it put a lot of force onto this piece and cracked it. So some of the components in here were exposed for a little bit, and I contacted DJI. They wouldn't sell me this piece by itself, so I found another website that will actually sell this part. And in addition to this, they'll sell the entire GPS module to you. Obviously, you need to know how to replace such things, but it's nice to see that there are third parties out there that will sell you pieces of this drone. That way you can do all of the replacements yourself if you are qualified to do so. Overall, like I said, I think the durability is pretty good. Even the propellers, if you hit them into things, they will get a little bit chopped up, but they'll still function properly. I haven't really seen any wobbling or instability in flight. If you do break a prop though, I would definitely recommend replacing it, but if it's just normal wear and tear, like you're seeing a little bit of chipping or something like that, it's not the end of the world. This thing is pretty resilient, so that is good to see. On the topic of crashing though, one thing that I highly recommend you guys do is get yourself a battery strap or some way of keeping the battery in. I haven't had this experience because I've been flying with a battery strap from day one, but some people have mentioned that if you have a hard enough impact, the battery can actually pop out of the back, which is okay, but if you end up losing video and you end up losing audio, that can be a bit of a problem as far as finding it. The goggles do have a feature which allows you to replay the last moments that you were with your drone. So if you do lose signal, you can go into the goggles and replay the last moments that it was recording, and that can help you to locate it. But if you still can't locate it, there is ESC beeping on this, and if the battery comes unplugged for some reason, the ESC beeping will not work. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I find a filter if it gets lost during a flight. So this, of course, only works if you are recording at the time, so do make sure that you are recording every time you go to take this thing out in case anything bad does happen. As a note, I will also be highlighting all of the filters in this case that do fall off of the drone in red, so that way you can clearly see where they are and figure out what I did to find them. What you want to do is import your footage to your computer, go into some editing software, and slow it right down, or just take a look frame by frame. And what you're looking for is just a very small object that flies off of the drone, and as long as you have some frame of reference as to where you are, or rather where the drone was when this occurred, you can sort of pinpoint exactly where the object might have gone, and that'll really help you out. So especially here, this is a very easy one to see because there's harsh shadows. The filter pops off right about here, and you can see a little shadow appear. Then all you need to do is just infer where the object could be, and hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to find it after you look at the video. For me, it was pretty straightforward just after thinking it out a little bit.